Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
It's the penultimate round of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series. Even as contenders battle it out for the championships in various classes, still newcomers and returnees are showing up for the competition. Race Weekend checks out the highlights of the 7th round of this year's Autocross Series.
Another race to slay for the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, and this time we are here in SM Santa Rosa for the second to the last round of the season. Let's go check it out. Over the years, the Philippine Autocross Championship Series has been one of the mainstays of grassroots racing in the country. Like many of the other grassroots motorsports disciplines, this year has seen the Autocross Series grow in both participation and popularity. One thing notable this year is that many drivers are crossing disciplines, the more serious among them competing as legitimate contenders to class and overall championships, hence the need to, as much as possible, be present and score points in all rounds. This is particularly true for championship contenders in autocross and slalom, with now 5-time slalom king Milo Rivera, Ian Tons, Father Carlos and Son Inigo, the 2018 front-wheel drive class slalom champion, battling for overall and class titles in autocross. And in the 7th of 8 rounds of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, those three, along with multi-year autocross champion Danby Yaptinchay and other perennial contenders like Glenn Colina and Marvin Montesilia, we're all fighting for podium or top 5 positions. I'm here with the organizer of the Philippine Autocross Championship Series, Mr. Danny Santiago. Hi, Sir Danny. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for coming. I hope you are enjoying the show.
So, Sir Danny, can you tell us more about how the leaderboards are juggling right now?
On the last round, on the 6th round, Milo was on the lead by 6 points. But what he's showing now is he's extending his lead maybe about for 2 or 4 points. Milo and Carlos are neck and neck. And then Inigo, and then Danby.
In the penultimate round of this year's Autocross Series, it appears that the championship will be won by either Milo Rivera or Carlos Anton. This means perennial autocross champion Danby Yaptinchay will have to give way to newcomers in the motorsports discipline he has dominated for many years. I'm here with Mr. Pax himself, Mr. Danby Yaptinchay, 6-time Pax champion. Hi Danby, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hi. Can you, since you have all the necessary experience that a driver needs for this kind of league, can you share with the audience what's it like to race in this kind of environment?
Well, actually, autocross is called like grassroots racing. So you can start off with a normal car, come here if you have a valid license, and then try it out. Then from there you learn. After that, slowly modify your car based on your driving techniques.
How about, can you share with the audience your thoughts on the up-and-coming drivers that are here right now?
Okay, there are a lot of new drivers here like Inigo Anton. He's 13 years old and he's competing with the top guns.
Since you've been a 6-time champion for PAX, what else motivates you to join this particular league then?
Well, actually, it's the passion. It's my passion of building cars and how to drive it. And maybe, hopefully by next year, I'm gonna retire from PAX.
Are there any drivers that are actually catching your eye in this year's PAX?
Well, this year, Milo's leading, and then next is Inigo and Carlos. But I think Inigo is one of the fastest growing young drivers.
Autocross continues to draw enthusiasts like Michael Rivero, who is among the contenders for Best Driver in the Open B and C classes.
So far ngayon dito sa Autocross Philippine Autocross Series, Championship Series, second ako sa standing sa overall sa open class. So medyo maganda ang fight namin dito sa for sa overall champion. Kaya nag-enjoy lang. Walang strict na competition against driver. Para sa akin, ang competition ko talaga sa track, makuha ko yung best time ko sa track. Pero right now, sa category ng open class, sa open B, hindi ko sure pero sa C ata kami parang sa overall kami ni Jeff ang Jeff Borja ang magko-compete sa first place.
Also caught by the autocross bug is Nelson De Leon. A relatively newcomer to the sport, Nelson is competing in the newly opened SUV class. While not yet battling for podium finishes, Nelson finds fulfillment nevertheless in constantly improving his times.
Improvements are incremental, pero there is still improvement. At the same time, pagdating sa sasakyan, okay naman, it drives well. It's more on parang nagkaroon na ng driver-car, hindi naman relationship, but then you get to know your vehicle better, you get to know its limits, its performance, kaya nandun din pumapasok yung improvement mo sa driving.
With still one round left to go this year, Nelson, along with friends to the new sport, is already planning to be back in the autocross next season as well as other motorsports disciplines.
Next season, naka-planning stage pa kami nung group ko, ng mga friends ko. Siyempre, hopefully, we get better times, yung mga ganon, more practice, and then maybe we can get to try out yung mga tracks talaga na malalaki, circuit tracks yun.
Then there's Pogs Jaganilla of Las Piñas. Pogs is now in his second year of autocross competition and likes to take the family, including his daughter, to the races. The family is part of his preparation and motivation for competing in autocross.
Before the race, we double check the car. So from tires, oil, maintenance, ganon. Tapos after that, stretchings, tapos mindset na. Tapos with the family para mas enjoy mo siya.
Pogs is one of those evangelizing to spread love for autocross and motorsports.
For next round, we hope that mas marami pa yung sumali para mas maramdaman mo pa yung pressure, mas gumanda pa yung oras mo, mas makapag-prepare ka. Next year, hopefully, yung team namin mas maganda pa yung performance ulit, mas marami pa kami ma-encourage para sumali.
Another autocross enthusiast who likes to take his family to the races is the father of Mark Caraig. In fact, the father can be said to be babysitting his son while competing in autocross. Please note the pillow on Mark's racing seat. He reveals from whom he got the passion for cars and motorsports and what his dad promised him about racing.
Si Daddy po, binilan niya po ako ng laruang sasakyan at na po ako sa sasakyan. Lagi lang daw po siyang nasa tabi ko.
Already one can see the young Caraig motivated to excel in motorsport.
Sana po maging successful yung runs ko. Sana po matuto pa ako ng maayos.
Finally, there's Jello Season, a 6-year veteran of autocross who still found time for the preparations for a wedding to compete in the sport discipline he loves.
Actually, I've been in hiatus right now because I'm preparing for my wedding. So yes, it happened that I have time to race today. But so far, I did great today. This will be my last race for the year, but after my wedding, I will be back full time. Yes, we're looking forward for the sport to grow. Yes, and we encourage everyone who is interested in racing to start in autocross because this is the entry-level motorsports for everyone, and you don't need lots of money to join here.
Heading into the 8th and final round of the autocross season, it looks like PAC's founder and organizer Danny Santiago doesn't have to work too hard to get more and more people to join his favorite form of grassroots racing.
We would like to invite first-timers and not so first-timers to try our sport, try our race.
Here we go.
You won't regret because you'll have a good time.
Just one more round to go and we end the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series with a bang. Tune in again next week for another installment of Race Weekend. This is Ray Louie Gamboa.
It certainly looks like autocross continues to grow in popularity and participation with every round and every year. Things are certainly looking good for the continued growth of this grassroots motorsports discipline.
This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology. These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.